Yo, what up? What up? What up? Let me make sure I'm good because I like to do that sometimes. Yo, where's my finish line? We starting super on time because I will not stay long, but I hope what I have to say today, what I have to offer you today inspires you in some kind of way because I'm truly inspired. So I want to share with you real quick why I'm so inspired. Okay. But we can never do that without water, man. So today, right? I worked. I worked both of my jobs today. And even on the side job, that probably ain't really a side job. I can't tell you what it is right now, but just know that it's helping me make these kind of decisions today, right? So I'm working my jobs as normal. And in the midst of my jobs, I forget. No, this is what happened. So I was Googling a navy blue v neck sweater. Okay. Now, basic, right? What ends up popping up are all these expensive sweaters from like Saks Fifth, uh, Nordstrom, you know, the real money stores. You dig what I'm saying? And in the midst of that, light bulb, I remember that I always wanted the polo sweaters with the bear that be dressed real fly on them, right? And I remember years ago, the first time I ever seen it, I was like, dang, I really want this sweater, but it was like $400. And at the time, $400 for one sweater seemed super crazy to me. It seemed outrageous. It seemed outlandish. But now, but that was at the time where my bouginess was at about 45%. Okay. Now, like recently, my bouginess is about 87%. So I'm real solid out here amongst the bougie crowd. And it all started happening when I started buying myself $100 hoodies and realized how much better and longer they last than the 40 or the $60 hoodies. Now I got a closet full of hoodies that I don't wear. Like Layla comes over here, she puts some on and goes out and plays in them. I don't even care what happens to them anymore because now that I've been paying at least $98 or more for hoodies, the game is just different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, that's not a stunt. That's just a quality thing. I've become such a quality whore, if you will, that there's now just certain things that I just, once I got accustomed to wearing it, like the aura and the energy is just different when I put on certain clothes. And that's what I felt when I looked at these sweaters, these polo sweaters with the bear on them. Yo, Sam, what up? Coochie sweaters now, living better now. Yeah. Yeah. Now we living better now. Coochie sweater now. Drop top BMs. I'm the man, girlfriend. You dig? That's how I felt. And the sweater is $400. And for the first time in my life, I added them to my cart. I added like two of them. So like $800. Was like free shipping? No. I didn't add it. I didn't complete the sale. I just looked. And then I just looked and I was like, I gotta get my hustle up. I gotta get my hustle up. Because I'm gonna buy one of these sweaters at least. I'm buying at least one of these sweaters before this year is up. And honestly, I'm kind of putting it in the atmosphere. I'm gonna buy 3 of these sweaters before this year is up. So that means I'm going to spend $1,200 on just sweaters. I'm only going to have like 3. But because I know a little bit about quality as far as like garments and materials go, you just don't get the marine wool with the cashmere blend. You just don't get that for the low. You just don't. And you can't put these in the washer. You got to dry clean them. It's just a whole different experience. And I know I used to be the guy that was on here saying things like, man, if you paying more for $100 for like anything that probably wouldn't shoes, you got the game messed up. But you know what? I was wrong. I'm here to tell you that I was wrong. And you know, I think it's life, right? When you've become used or accustomed to making the most of what you have and taking care of, your small things. I was the 5 for 20 king, but I used to like hang dry my 5 for 20 tees and iron them on the inside out, keep them as fresh as possible. So, it's not that I'm not you know, not wanting to take care of things, whether they cost $5 or $500. It's just that, man, when you feel quality, it's just different. And when it is different, you strive to get it, like, getting a $30 sweater or a $60 sweater for that, man. So let's say getting a $60 to $80 sweater, yeah, that's a grind. But when you're trying to get a $400 sweater, that's like a new level of hustle. I'm saying that to segue into this. So now I go to my second job with these $400 sweaters on my mind, to the point that I'm talking to my other coworkers about them. And one is definitely my old mindset of like, yo, I don't know if that was $400. Like, I can't wrap my head around spending that much for a sweater. I was like, man, I couldn't either. Till my bougie percentage raised up on me in the last year, like during the pandemic, aka the bandemic. It just raised up for me. And what's so cool about these sweaters is that way before COVID, way before the pandemic, these sweaters were still $400, and they're exclusive. Like, they don't have them year round. It's a different one every single year. There's a special 30-year anniversary Polo Bear sweater right now. And I got my eyes on it. And that costs more than the other ones that I wanted, but I still want it. You know what I'm saying? And instead of me saying, "Man, I can't afford that," or "Man, that's too much," or any kind of negative enforcement that kept me like out of the game of getting it and out of the mindset of getting it, I said, "Man, I'm about to hustle up, and God is gonna bless me with an extra 2 bands that I don't even need. And I'm gonna buy these sweaters and have change." That was my whole mentality. I was like, "Yo, I'm about to buy these sweaters and have change. I'm about to come up on 2 bands that's just for these sweaters. And I'm gonna buy them because I want them, because I hustled hard and I'm getting them." And then as I started thinking about hustling and working hard and getting the things I want and having high quality just items, having a high quality of life. And then I start thinking about my regular dreams, like, having the G-Wagon as a date night car. You know what I'm saying? Just things like that. Yeah, I'm super bougie. Y'all can talk about me all you want in the comments. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm secure with who I am, man. It's all good. As I think about that, I come back to the realization that, man, working for other people will not get me these items. It just won't. I got to figure out a way to really 10x working for myself, to maximize my income, and to really say that I'm in total control of my earning as well as my work experience. And then that brought me back to an idea. Well, two ideas. The first idea is a super brand new. We're not even going to talk about it here. But I call it my retirement plan. Literally, it's my retirement plan, because this is what, once this opens up, and what we plan to do with it, and how I plan to pass it down to my children, and just what is, and it represents the fun in life that I like to have, and it represents just, family business, bringing that back, because that's still not a lost art. I know we get super wrapped up into these big chains and these big franchises that are supposed to be like 10,000 square feet and hundreds of items, but yet you see where the game is right now, as people downsize, and as our people are leaving these uh, billion-dollar corporations to either start their own business or do nothing. started really thinking about what I'm doing during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And how I have so many ideas. And so went sidebar conference about my retirement plan. And then that led me into the pivot for Bravado, currently known as Bravado Magazine. Here to let y'all know off top, that's going to change. I'm not saying it's changing this month, and there will be new content this month. And I'm going to keep doing what is supposed to be done with that. But Bravado is going to make a very interesting pivot because that's idea number 2 now. I now have 3 businesses right here, but I'm writing one out right now. I'm living one currently, and I'm pivoting this 3rd one because more than ever, days like this, wildly enough, me trying to buy a $400 sweater made me realize how much I need to work for myself. So, saying that, the interesting pivot that Bravado is not the original one I had. So for all of you that may be super late, and I know if Sam is still on, he can vouch for this, and as well as Rob if he ever sees this. I was originally creating an app, a men's lifestyle and conversation app known as Bravado Magazine. And we did have that going. However, the financing for it became light. I couldn't get some certain updates I wanted. It still wasn't what I wanted to be. And also for the amount of money that was being spent, I wasn't making enough money to make it make sense. So shut the app down, went straight back to the A1 Foundation square one of just blogging again. And yes, I enjoy doing it. But unfortunately, it's not even a piece of the vision that I have for that name and for what it represents. And what I need to do now is the ultimate pivot. And I will, because that's going to be the next thing I write out, probably like later in this week, like in further detail. It was never in my plan to bring you all just another blog. We did that last decade with BehindTheRhyme.com. We did that. I'm so far removed from just giving you written content and just being a blog. That's not even where the world is right now. Yes, are people still winning and capitalizing and making money off of it? I'm sure they are. I'm talking about me, a guy that's already done that. I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, took a picture, posted it on Instagram. You liked it. That's done. We're doing other things now. And as I think about the aspect of doing old things the new way, I am super inspired. I'm super inspired right now, and I don't want that to be lost. And you know, although I'm pretty good with my impulse buys, I just add stuff to carts and I just visualize things. I don't necessarily like go ahead through and buy them, but as my taste gets more expensive, as I increase my bougie percentage rate, as I just want more out of life and want to help more people and want to have something tangible to pass down to my own family, this is definitely one of the things that just has to be done. What up, cuz? I hope you are doing well this evening. So as we do that, as I get bougie, as I want to walk around the $400 sweaters, that won't happen with any 9 to 5. And it's no disrespect, because honestly, you know what? Especially for where I live now, I'm paid pretty well, and I've never not been able to make a dollar or two anywhere. So I'm not blaming that at all. But I'm saying that there is a difference between, let's say, making $1,000 a week versus making $1,000 a week through a company versus potentially making $3,000 a week on your own. Now obviously you got to pay what you owe as far as your business is concerned, but the aspect to it really being no ceiling to the success of what I want to do, that's what's attracted to me. That is the sexy part of this. Like, you know, I want to be in a position to where I can make $1,000 in a day and be like, man, I'm about to buy 2 of these sweaters. Why? Because I'm gonna at least make $1,000 tomorrow. And obviously, I don't expect the road to start at that, but it's all about getting there. It's about striving for something that only you see. And that's why I'm also taking the liberty of just not telling everybody my ideas. Like, I'm not using this platform to lay out what I want, because honestly, no disrespect to any of you, but I don't want your opinions. Like, I don't want your opinions. What I don't even necessarily want your support. What I want is for this conversation that I'm having with you, whenever you decide to watch this, if you feel like I'm talking to you right now, then just get up and do something. Like, turn up. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it is, that thing that's on your mind, and execute it, because people will shoot down any idea or any plan. Like, somebody shot down the post-it note. Somebody shot down the envelope idea. You know what I mean? Like, somebody shot down paper clips. Somebody shot down the number 2 pencil and the ink pen. Somebody shot down the mechanical pencil. But what I just told you is that those kind of things made millions and millions of dollars, and you can hate if you want, but there's a billion people in the world. You only need to market potentially to a 0.5% of them to become wealthy. So, I'm going to make sure that I got the right chefs in this kitchen. I'm going to take a major leap forward. When I figure out the funding, I'm going to apply for my first business loan, like, for real. Like, I'm going to really get a business loan if I need to. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm no longer waiting for the I'm no longer waiting for the funding of what I feel is the inevitable, which is like, my dreams. Like, I'm meant to do something for myself. And even though you would love to have the capital that you don't need to pay back, I believe in it so much. I believe in my ideas. Excuse me. I believe in all my ideas so much. And a lot of them haven't really taken off to where I wanted them to, because I haven't had the money and I've been scared to take out a business loan. I don't mind telling you guys that. Like, I'd be scared to take out the business loan. Like, the thought of being hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt potentially is scary. But at the same time, living in this world of hoping to do it one day, living in this mindset of, man, when I save enough, I'm sure to try to, and living in that aspect of, man, I really wish I could do that, sucks. And I'm getting too old to be so damn scary. Just facts. So we done being scared, man. I'd rather tell the story of how I chased my dreams off a cliff and landed in the hospital in intensive care than to be the guy that sat looking over the cliff, wondering what would happen if I fell that far. Where's my finish line? So inspired today. So inspired, man. And I hope that the pandemic, as people, or the plandemic, I've also heard that too. The plandemic, aka the bandemic. I'm hoping this is inspiring you all to look. Millions of people are leaving their jobs Cuz, what up, Tanisha? What's up? Brian, what up? Oh wow. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Millions of people are quitting their jobs, yo. And they are opening up they parachute or they building they plan on the way down. And man, I'd rather know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, we're not you're either going to you're not going to live this life perfectly, right? But man, you could die any day. So why do you want to have so many what ifs? You know? And who knows? Maybe my idea won't even take hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe my idea will see a sponsor or a vendor or an angel investor who just shares the same vision or same passion for what I'm going to do as me. And it's like, yo, I'll front you this. Maybe that could happen, but I'll never know if I don't get out here and really try. So I am done being afraid to ask for money, to get money that I need to pay back, and to pursue this because I'm going to go super hard with it. It is about building a team of some sort, and my team will be family. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Cause you absolutely right. It's time for us to step out on faith more, and that's why I am uh, so pro, or I should say, I'm so anti shooting down anybody else's aspirations or dreams because you never know what's going to happen with effort, with time and energy, and just talking to the right people. Um, the same things that we apply to building social media followings or building music careers are the same things that we should be applying to our own business model. Like somebody out there wants what you got. Somebody in the world is thinking the same idea that you are. The question is, who's going to start first? And also, you're not competing with the entire world. You're not even competing with the people in your town. What you have to do is figure out what's unique for you and what makes your thing special and capitalize on that and move forward with that. That's why I love to see all of you that are selling anything or trying anything or doing anything because what else are you going to do with your time? Realistically, like what are you going to do with your time? If you are sitting here critiquing everybody else's passions and purposes and goals and wishes, like, are you a professional at that? You know, like what thrill did you get out of that? Um, because the noise can always be blocked out, but like we don't get a part two, man. Like there's no sequel to your life that you know of, and you'll never get to do it like this again. So you shouldn't even be in the mindset of telling somebody to not do something or not doing something yourself. You know, the person who starts first may not be the best. Yes, absolutely. You never know. Your purpose might be to be the blue. Your purpose might be to be the blueprint for something greater. You know, there's a Model T car and then there's the Tesla. But I like the Tahoe, so it don't even matter. Yeah. Um, but yeah, man, I'm super inspired, man, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I won't talk much here about it because I just want to show people I want to have something to present. Like really, honestly, the next time I really want to sit and talk about it is when I'm like at the grand opening, like, and I'm about to have like wow, like this maybe potentially star-studded event. I think we could get some stars out for this. You know what I mean? And I have so many ideas, man, and I gotta get them done. I gotta get this money because I like $400 sweaters, man. That's that's really it. Look, my purpose is so simple, but you know what? On a much more serious note, even though that was serious, like I do want $400 sweaters. We already talked about that earlier today. But I've always been wondering how I would show my daughter the options beyond. joining the workforce after school. And I can't show her that if I remain timid and I remain scary and not really following through with one of these ideas to the bitter, bloody end. And I'm prepared to do that now. It took me about 20 years to get this much courage, but hey, I got it. I'm still alive. And this is now my retirement plan, and I'm treating it as such. Retirement plan, not meaning that I'm just trying to get rich quick and just dip off and go to the island. Like again, if you've been paying attention to these videos, I plan to work until like I die. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't ever plan to like really like retire from like working, but I do intend to do things that I love for payment until I'm just no longer here. And hopefully my children will catch the baton and keep running with all of my ideas and then make them greater. Um, that's what you know what I'm saying. Like I consider myself the blueprint. I expect everybody under me to be greater than me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here to be uh the best to ever do it on my family tree. It's like, nah, like eventually I should just be the stump. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta take that and grow it and branch it out and look beautiful than ever, you know what I'm saying? Produce more fruit, produce more trees, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a stump at this point as far as I'm concerned. But that's where I'm at. Listen, man, we 26 minutes in. Unless y'all got something really cool or crass to say, I got to get back to writing out these ideas and this plan because that's how serious I'm taking this. Where's my finish line? I'm never going to cheat y'all on the content. I'm never going to short y'all on the content. You know what I do. You know who I am. I've been doing this. I should be getting paid for it. But again, I'd be scared to take out loans and just really go for it. That stops now. I'm 40 and I'm too damn old to be scared of anything. All right. So that's what it is, man. Listen, this whole episode to me was full of jewelry, but we can rehash some old ones, I believe, here. One I like, so I keep on saying it, and I'm gonna keep on saying it here too. Um, People want to talk you into being regular. Don't fall for it. Okay. Let me see. Let success build inspiration and not envy. Okay. And let me see. Where was that one at? Everyone has an opinion, but less than 10% of them matter. I'll let you figure out the percent from there. All right. Listen, man, where's my finish line? Thank you so much. Please, I hope that my energy has inspired you to do something, whatever it is. I hope it's positive. I hope it's putting yourself and your spouse, or your significant other, or your children, or your mother, or your grandparents, somebody in a better space and in a better place. I hope you are moving with the intent of making your family better by fulfilling your passion and fulfilling your purpose. All right. Because that's what I'm working on myself. Okay. Listen, you have an amazing night, and it's always love.